Coming up on this edition of Classic SSA, we'll go back to when NBA star Tracy McGrady was a high school senior and had to make a decision, play college basketball or make himself available for the NBA draft.
Everybody sitting in this gymnasium today is thinking solely, I will make it to the next level. And there is nothing wrong with having a dream and to pursue a dream and to have a goal to make that dream happen. But there's reality to deal with as well. And the reality and the numbers are against those to try and climb to make it to the big time.
Dick Vitale could have been talking directly to Tracy McGrady from Mount Zion High in Durham, North Carolina, a young man with one big decision in front of him.
If you had a kid as good as me and can go out of high school, top 10, top 15, you're not going to turn that down. So I don't see anybody turning that down. There's a lot of people who love to be in my position.
His position is this. He could sign a letter of intent to play basketball at one of his two favorite colleges, Kentucky and Florida State, or take his chances and make himself eligible for the NBA draft.
I'm a lottery pick. I might make like $3 million a year, and hopefully I probably have a shoe contract. Or if I'm not a lottery pick, maybe $900,000 a year with a shoe contract. Garnett, 2 years, and he an NBA All-Star. Kobe, 18 years old, and won the slam dunk contest. So, you know, it's possible that I could do some of those things.
Read the defense, read the defense. Come on, Trace, get under control.
My advice to Tracy is to take a look at all your options. You know, to look if how you tell a kid, if you're going to be a top 15 draft pick coming out of high school, that you might be in that range, how you tell them not to? How you tell the parents to not even look at it or not even consider it?
Coach Hopkins brought Tracy to Mount Zion from Auburndale High in Florida for his senior season. After an immensely successful summer at the national camps, a buzz started around McGrady by many NBA scouts. He might be good enough to skip college, they said. It planted a seed in Tracy's head. His dream may be closer than he ever expected.
If I'm a top 15, I just can't see myself turning that down. If they say I could be a top 15 draft pick, I can't turn that down.
Basketball's a business, and you got to conduct yourself in a business fashion, even on the high school level.
Coach certainly had his own opinions about how McGrady should view the game he loved. And with that, Tracy played his senior season under the swirl of growing debate. Are 18-year-olds ready, physically, socially, to bypass the college experience?
Many people that never go to college live very productive and happy lives. The thing that is so tough about going directly to the NBA is that socially, you're throwing yourself in with a much older group.
I don't think Kevin Garnett was ready last year to live in a hotel room on the road, and when all the guys got dressed up at night and went out to the clubs, that Kevin's in a room playing Nintendo. I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing at 18 or 19.
But what are you supposed to be doing at 18 or 19? Is there only one way to mature? That being life on a college campus? If Tracy is qualified, should he be denied a chance to pursue his chosen profession?
For some people to say, well, he's not ready for it, he needs to go to college. Why do people go to college? They go to college to educate themselves, to prepare them for life and for a job, you know, to make money. You know, that's just the bottom line.
An ESPN town meeting. Sports in black and white.
An ESPN town meeting recently offered the counterpoint to Coach Hopkins' stance and the thought that the long-range future may be eluding Tracy McGrady.
What has to be thought about is the education of those who do not get the big contracts. And what has to be thought about is their completing school and what support there is for that. And what all of us have to think about is not whether we're going to be Chris Webber and get a $10 million contract, but the rest of the world and those other opportunities. We are in far too narrow a discussion here.
I'm looking at all my options. I'm looking at how the colleges teams gonna come out on their records, and the coaches where they stay around, and NBA what pick I go in. If I be like a late first-round pick, then I'm just gonna look at going to college.
But what he is also looking at is the fate of one Felipe Lopez from St. John's University. 3 years ago, the senior from Rice High in New York was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He likely could have been picked in the first round of the NBA draft. At St. John's, he has played poorly. His pro stock has plummeted.
The stock is going down. His freshman year, he was all right, but sophomore year, he went down. If I can be a top 15 or top 20, I'm not gonna turn that down. But it also scares me to go to college and I don't do too good my first year, so I mean I have to stay another year, and hopefully I do better then. So that scares me a little bit.
Maximizing your draft leverage is at issue. Couple that with the injury factor, and you have pinpointed the two most important variables in Tracy's decision.
If I blow my knee and then I know I have nothing, so I mean, if I do that before high school's over, I'm gonna have to go to college and just get an education.
Unlike Garnett, Tracy is qualified academically. That is not the question for him, for now. It's not about living the college life, whatever that may be. He knows that if he chooses the NBA, many will criticize. He will tell them of his dream and how he has a chance to see it come true, something many can never say.
I can't tell them. They have their own opinion, so they can say what they want. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I want to be an NBA player more than anything. I just want to be there playing against the best players in the world, and I just want to be a world champion. I just grew up watching NBA, and that's where I want to be. I love it.
With the weight of the world on his shoulders, Tracy McGrady made possibly the biggest decision of his life. The national media was on hand, as well as our very own ESPN News, which broadcast the press conference live.
After talking it over with Coach Hawkins and my parents, I thought it would be the best decision for me and my family, and I will make myself eligible for the 1997 NBA draft.
The decision was made. McGrady will soon become the fourth high school player in 3 years to jump directly to the NBA.
I love to play with him because Michael Jordan, Pippen, and I love Rodman. I love to play with him because Penny Hardaway is my favorite player. And I love to be on the same court, on the same team as him.
The verdict came down to one variable: his anticipated draft status as told to him by NBA general managers. It was how he argued his decision to his mother and grandmother.
Why go to college if, possibly I could be a lottery pick, and some guys in college, they go to college for 4 years and they still can't be at the position I'm in. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this jump and continue to work hard every day.
So is Tracy part of a trend or a phenomenon? His peers have had success making the jump. Will he?
I think it's true that those successes have caused the high school players and younger players to consider going hardship. And I'm afraid that it will take some failures before, players in high school or college are going to sit back and go, well, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't take that shot.
Why do people go to college? If God has gifted him, with more skills and more development than other players, and he has an opportunity to go into his field, then that's what he needs to do.